thing came out, said, hey, it's closing up tonight at midnight. And I was like, perfect, because I had to get them, and then I haven't bought a gun in a while. And so they were like, you have to do a background check. You have to do a background check to get ammo nowadays. I don't know. Right. So I had to go, yeah, you need a which is smart. Good. Thank you, America. And I went and got my rounds, and then I had to wait in line of like 15 people just all out there, like masks and gloves, and the weirdos come out. There are some,
for sure.
There's some genuine people who I'm scared knowing that they have a weapon.
I know.
And it's like, and not even that they're going to do something crazy, but then like they'd be so scared and sketched they would do something, and then like, it was an accident. I didn't.
Right.
I'm still done, you know? So I don't know. Some people, you don't. Keep to myself, man. I love on humanity. Keep to myself. Don't bother anybody. Where are you at in the world? Where's home?
Watch out for the tinfoil hats.
You do. You do. You have to. Conspiracy theorists.
I'm in the Portland, Oregon area.
P-Town?
Yeah.
Well, I went to Oregon. I'm a duck. So,
for real?
2 hours south. Look at me right there. Look at that picture.
Man.
That's my duck. I don't have any duck uniform here. Look.
I obviously didn't do my research.
You did not. Look at that, bro. That's my game ball.
Oh.
From when this game right here was the last. Want to hear a cool story?
Yeah.
So when I went to Oregon, I got a couple good ones. I went to Oregon State's football camp before I went to college.
Okay.
And when I got there, the guys told me that the strength coach was a $183, 183 pounds, trying to play linebacker. He goes, "You'll never play linebacker at the Division I level." So he told me, forward 4 years, and I played linebacker. I'm second team all Pac-10 because some guy beat me out. I missed the game. Didn't get all the tackles. But we're playing against Oregon State. The coach who said it was an Oregon State coach. Who smashed him 56-14. I get the game ball. I had 13 tackles, 1 interception, 3 quarterback hurries. I led the Pac-12 in sacks, tackles for loss, forced fumbles recovered. And that guy told me I couldn't play. Then I played in the NFL as a linebacker. Punk.
That is legit.
Better give my ball.
Man. So who'd you play for in the NFL?
The Buccaneers, Redskins, and the Steelers. So I tore my shoulder in my 3rd year. NFL stands for not for long, not National Football League. You get in, you get hurt, you get out, man. So my 3rd year I got hurt. And that was the end of my career, man. Came home. Came home and lived life.
So are you in Oregon?
No, I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm south of you, same time zone though.
Okay, yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah,
so what year did you graduate Oregon?
06. I came out with, it was me, Jason Fife, Haloti Nada, Demetrius Williams. I can't think of everybody. Justin Finnessy, Tim Day, a lot of guys. And I feel like I'm getting old man brain when I think of all the guys that came out when I came out.
Yeah, I hear you.
There's a lot of guys. Aaron Gibson came out. Terrence Whitehead. There's a lot of guys. Not everybody balled out. NFL. Haloti played the longest.
Man, did you like Eugene?
Loved it, bro. It's a very good college town. Like when you're there, you're the pro team. I mean, you see the stuff we have. I mean, it's the uniforms are crazy. It's like one of those really amazing places where when you go there, it's like you are the guy. Like so you can walk anywhere. And obviously in Oregon, Eugene of all places, looking like I looked, like physically, not just my skin, but like muscular. Like they knew you played sports. So like you just got taken care of. I didn't do much. I had a kid. So I wasn't out partying and getting in trouble and craziness, but I got treated well. It was a cool place to play, man. Definitely.
So I went to Lane Community.
I know where it's at. My wife went there for a little bit.
Yeah. So
around the other side of Eugene.
Same thing.
There you go. That's how it is.
That's good. Yeah, I liked it. That was good. I actually played at Autzen Stadium when I was in high school.
What?
Yep.
Did you win?
We won state.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Man. But that was in 19. Well, now you know how old I am. But back in 98.
When did you graduate high school?
99.
Okay, I wouldn't have been there yet. No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You look. How old are you? You're like 38, 39.
I'll be 40 in April this month.
Dan, you look like you're 25.
Thank you.
Did anybody else make this look like the Gabe? You look like you're 25. Man.
Oh yeah.
They say black don't crack, but apparently Gabe's skin don't crack either.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's hilarious.
Yeah, you got the young skin.
I do. I get that all the time, man.
That's like good, man. You try. That means you're healthy. You take care of yourself.
I tried. I ran 4 miles this morning. You know, trying to keep.
There you go.
Trying to keep moving.
I don't run. I ran the water when I brushed my teeth. That's about the running I do.
Oh man, yeah. I just picked it up not too long ago. I had to do something. So
Yeah. The
Man,
running is not built. I'll do sprints though. I'll put my cleats on and do sprints.
I like sprinting better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
much
for
better.
sure.
It's much
Yeah,
easier. It's harder though, man. You got to push. The mental game to be able to do that.
yeah,
They're all mental. When you get tired, it's all a mental game. It doesn't matter.
right, right.
Anyways, so what are you excited
So,
about right
man,
now, bro?
man, so just everything. You know, it sounds kind of weird, but I like the quarantine. I like having to slow down a little bit.
Yeah,
What about you? I mean, it's like
it's fine for me.
I think it's good, like, for people just to kind of sit back and say, hey, what, you know, what's really important, you
Yeah,
know? So to me, I'm just, like, I think like you, I'm just trying to look at the positives of it and just, you know, get better
yeah,
as a person,
that's
and
the
you know,
idea. I think it all depends on what
yeah,
you what. I think it depends on what you want to get out of it.
yeah,
Because if you seek to get something out of this, which is some improvement somewhere, it's going to be great because you're like, I can do something. But if you're seeking for it to end so you can get back to whatever it is, and this just sucks. It's like waiting in a Disneyland line, and you don't know how long it's going to be in a Disneyland line. You're sitting
yeah.
there and you're hungry, and then maybe you're not hungry, eating too much food, and that cotton candy's good, and them big turkey legs. Oh, turkey legs are banging, right?
Oh
So
yeah,
no, I enjoy it because this is my typical role. I'm just doing more of what I already did, and I'm getting asked
good,
to do more things, which is
yeah,
great. Being exposed to more things. So I'm in a great place, man. I got no qualms, no issues. I'm helping as much as I can. I'm trying to take whatever I got and then give it to people, like through the video
yeah,
camera of my phone as I sit here and do a lot of
yeah.
this all
That's
day. This is like
awesome.
my third, it's my second live stream. It's
Yeah,
like my third interview today, fourth interview kind of thing. But I've
yeah,
been doing them nonstop. And it's fine. People
yeah.
like I've been like, today. It was the time, was it 2:40? I've been at it nonstop like this, like call to call to call. Like
Really?
I got done with the call before this at 2:29.
Did
And
you?
popped over. Oh yeah, nonstop
Wow,
all day since 9 a.m. And I'm not
wow.
gonna be done as soon as we're done. I'm hopping
Yeah,
over to my final call that'll go till 4. And then then I'm technically like not working, but I'm still I
right.
got stuff to create and do and build. So it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I like what I do, man. So I don't
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to pick your brain on like how to, that'll be a side thing, how to create content and how to, like, you know, just,
Yeah.
you know, build your brand, because you've built a great brand, man.
Thank you.
Just from looking at your Instagram, and just, I mean, you're building a great, positive, authentic brand,
Thank you,
and
man.
that's exciting. So you're a coach, right?
I am a
Uh,
coach and a
what
speaker.
so what do you do? Like, how do you coach
How do
people?
I coach? So I help business owners, entrepreneurs, and network marketers upgrade how they elevate their world by upgrading how they operate as humans. So if like I'm a person that says, hey, I want to build a better business, I want to be a better marketer and a network marketer and make more revenue there, or I want to be an entrepreneur and speak and coach. The problem isn't always in a realm of how I create from information, read a book, or watch a course, or whatever it is. The problem is executing things typically, right? So it's an operational identity thing. So I teach these people, like, how do I upgrade how I operate? Like upgrade an upgrade really essentially is how do I control the function of something, operate, right? How I control how I act, think, react, actions, habits, mindset, ego, and confidence of self, and then my core beliefs in myself. When I can upgrade these things, I can operate at a different tick. And then I can elevate my income, elevate my freedom, elevate my impact and my notoriety. So when you can elevate those things, better things come out of the back end. And now, like the brand that you see, like there's a lot that goes into that, but that's like 10% of my week to just working on social. And what that is, there's content, like there's creation of that kind of stuff for like coaching programs, there's coaching clients, there's doing interviews, there's hang with the family, there's spend time with my wife. There's before this call, I was working with a company that's going to create a brand new membership program for helping athletes most likely transition or kind of go into a new world post sports. So there's a lot of things I'm creating, but the only way it's possible is because I know how to operate. And when I learn to operate and I teach people how to do the same thing, like cool stuff comes to be. But that's what I do in the world. It's not all that I talk about. The majority of what I do is just share, hang out, have fun. And then there's people that are like, hey, how do you do that thing that you do? And I'm like, oh, let me show you. And then I take them on a
Right,
journey.
right. That's huge. And is that what you enjoy the most? Is coaching, or just
Yeah, it's a
you know?
blast, man. It's
Yeah,
yeah, it's fun. It's people look at like, oh, coach, you just yell at you. Like a coach, if you think about it, a coach gives you the structure and then keeps you adhering to the structure. Like when I was in football, the coach told us what the play was, and their job is when I go off the playbook or I make a mistake to get me back on track with the playbook. Most people think a coach is like a rah, like yell at you, motivate you. Like that's not at all for the most part what I do. I
right.
celebrate, right? But I love that because I get to help people take an idea out of their head and bring it to the world, and then have the world embrace it. And the beauty of that is, like, I get to see one person change their life because they do the work and they shift to be this new individual that they didn't realize had inside of them.
Yeah.
And then they get the thank yous and the responses that are like, I love this. Thank you so much. Right. And so I get to watch other people's lives get changed. Like, I got a client right now, Natasha, who she, like, 3 weeks ago didn't have a specific program. We made it out of nowhere. Like, legitimately, I was like, you're good at this. The world needs this. Let's make this. I don't know if I should. I'm like, let's do this. So we built it. And within the first 2 weeks, she cleared $70,000. Up to this point, she's cleared over $80,000. And I say that only in a sense of, she has helped like 500 people get their businesses online. I think 400 or 500 people. And the income that she's made from that, she has a brick and mortar business that she can't, bring anybody to. So she's paying rent. So it's allowed her to subsidize and help cover the bills she currently has, helps her keep paying her mortgage. So her life is in a better place, like she feels more comfortable. But on top of that, she's affected like 500 other people to be able to do the exact same thing for their lives and their families. And so it's super cool to sit back and like help this person take an idea and put it in the world. So that for me, I love it. I can speak all day. I do speak, and that's a blast. Can't do it now, but like to be able to be part of somebody's journey is super cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
So what do you think her main thing was that she was missing? Like what
am I still missing?
Like what this lady you're talking about that you helped, what was it that, like, oh, I think you're missing this? Was it one thing or a few things that just really elevated her,
Yeah, this is a core. So you have these 6 core identity drivers, and they literally are your beliefs, your thoughts, your actions. And where your beliefs and thoughts overlap, it's your mindset. Where your thoughts and your actions overlap, it's your habits. And then where your actual beliefs and actions overlap, it's your ego or character, sense of self. And so a lot of people are trying to work on one. And most people do. Like, I need to have better habits for the business. So let's start doing better habits, but like their mindset's still a little bit off because they don't believe in themselves. So they have, second guessing of themselves. Or they work on just mindset. I'm going to just do this, but then they don't take action on stuff. They feel strong, right? And so for me, it's all of the core drivers. We're consistently trying to upgrade. Because that's when you put them all together, it creates your ideal identity. Like Captain Planet. When our powers combine, we form,
Yeah.
So essentially think of it like that, is I help people put these all together through a strategic action plan that then puts them in a place of where they're doing the work, and in the back end, it's like, oh, well, I created this thing. I feel confident this is who I am. And now I can take the next leap into something. So what she was missing, it's never usually like all of them. It's like a section or two. Like it's maybe there's a questioning of like whether or not I'm the person for this. And if you don't believe you're the person for this, even if you do create it and you do put it into the world, people can feel whether or not you believe in it.
Right.
Even if you're like, it's great. It's great. It's an amazing product. It's really going to change your life. Right. Or, hey, this thing is great. It's an amazing product. I promise. This will change your life if you take advantage of it. Right. Whole different demeanor, but you can't get that second one unless you're like an actor, like I just acted it out, or unless like you truly believe it. When you know it's right, like, look, this thing, you got to get out of your own way and do this. Right. And if I have all the rest of it, then I don't have that piece of it, then all the rest is for nothing. So most people are spinning their wheels, creating, but they're not focusing on the work that they really need to do to grow things. And when you can figure that piece out and you weave it in and you just kind of like tick that box, oh, it's like a floodgate. Everything opens up and rolls. But you got to be able to do that.
Right. I think I saw, it might have been one of your posts or something. You said something, and you have to kind of reword what I'm trying to say here, but you have to be willing to suck at first.
Yeah, you do.
Right? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
So like when you first start out, you're going to suck.
You have to suck. You naturally, you kind of need to, because you're going to earn your seat at the table. You have to be able to suck at something. And that's the problem. A lot of people is they try something, they want to do something new, and they're met with the fact that they suck at it.
Yeah.
And then two things happen. One of two things. One thing is I make a really good excuse to be able to steer clear of this and never have to try it again. So I never have to experience the fact that I suck again, because there's pain associated. Yeah. Or you say, I suck at this. I'm going to go back and do it again, though. Yeah. And the thing is, it doesn't get easier. Like if it was a 10 of pain, the next time's not like, it's not much. It might be a 9 if you're lucky, Maybe. Then it's an 8 and it's a 7. And what we're worried about is like, oh, is it always going to be painful? Like, man, what am I doing this all for? And we don't realize that when you get to 0, it's not like, okay, I can do this without pain, which is like oh, I'm okay with it, it turns to joy. It goes like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, joy. And what that means is like the thing I hated doing, like maybe in the beginning I hated doing video and it was a painful experience and I was worried about how I'd look. And then what happens, I pop to this level where it's like, oh, I'm good at that. I feel like doing that more. Like people, I get on, people are saying hi and they're commenting and, oh, this is great. You find joy in doing it. Right. And so that's where people, when they lean into stuff, like they try something, they have to suck it first because you have to get better at it. But as you get better, you get more confident. The more confidence you have, the better you feel. And eventually you're like, hey, I'm dope. You get a big chip on your shoulder. Like, hey, I'm dope. And then you feel much better.
Yeah, you do. You know, I started my podcast. It's still pretty new. And I mean, I sucked. I mean, I'm not saying I'm like good now or whatever, but I'm just better. You know, I'm better. You progress and you get better, comfortable talking to people and conversing. And my first few was just horrible. And I kind of know what you meant. It's like, oh, do I want to do it again? And it's like, all right, yeah, I do.
Well, think about this. When most people, like, they're afraid of having kids, like, I don't want to have a kid, this thing, I don't know. And then your kid comes out for a couple of years, you're like, I don't know, I'm going to break it. Is it going to live? And then after a while, you're like, I got this down. Let's have some more, you know? And so it's the same thing, man. This is the journey of life. And the more people can embrace that instead of, like, trying to veer so far away from pain. Like there's that saying is get comfortable being uncomfortable. And I think people botch that. They don't really grasp what that means. So like when I say get comfortable being comfortable, most people are being uncomfortable. Most people think it's like get comfortable in the sense of like get okay with being uncomfortable, right? Get okay with it. We're really, the thing about comfort, like if I'm like, hey, comfort, I'm like, oh, I'm fresh out of the shower after a good workout. I get to eat some ice cream because I earned it today. And I'm going to sit down in front of the fire on a cold day and I'm going to put on my favorite show and it's a new episode and I know it's my favorite people. It's a funny one. Like, and that's a comfort feeling, palpable. Like I can almost taste and like feel like, ooh, right? And so when I hear get comfortable being uncomfortable, what I hear is how do I get to the level where I have that kind of cozy feeling for discomfort? I embrace it. I enjoy it. Because when I do, I approach it differently. I approach it more proactively with more optimism, with more joy, with more energy. And the thing is so many people won't do that thing. And so I know that when I do it well, I succeed. So when I say get comfortable being uncomfortable, it's really like find peace and actual presence of joy within that moment. Because when you can do that, you will supersede all ideas and dreams you got. But you're not going to get comfortable until you get into it. You got to get bathed in it. When you're used to it, like Bane, remember Batman and Bane? When you think about Batman and Bane, he's like, yo, you merely adopted the dark. I was born into it. You know, like you gotta get bathed in it. Like you gotta get reborn into crazy to where you're just like, hey, this is my normalcy. Football turned me into a weirdo to the extent of like whenever things go crazy, like for most people, like everything slows down, and I'm like, here we go. It's a weird I like moments of crazy because like I just do really, really well. So like right now, everybody's freaking out, and I am totally even keel. And even if something does pop off, like I make logical, educated choices and decisions, and life is smooth. But it's only because I've chosen to lean into this because I can't lead something I don't do and don't experience myself. So I proactively put myself in weird situations to navigate crazy so it moves better and I can teach it.
Yeah. One of my friends said, like in terms of like public speaking or just getting outside of your comfort zone, I like what he said. He said, you got to make friends with the butterflies.
It's good.
You feel that nervousness, but instead of like trying to fight it, you just like, you accept it and you let it flow through you. So, actually, so I don't know. I like that, make friends with the butterflies. So
that's a good one, man. There's a lot of those weird ones out there. I like it, dog.
Yeah. So, so you just spoke, it was online, Power of, oh goodness, what was it? Power of Positive Summit?
I always want to say positivity, but the power of positive,
Yeah.
Popping the peas.
Was that was with John Gordon and a bunch of guys, right?
Yeah, a lot of cool people,
Yeah. How was that? What was that all about,
I got reached out to by the team. I don't know how they found me. I'm one of those guys that people are finding out I exist. I'm like coming to overnight success that took 6 years to become overnight.
Yeah.
And so it was cool. I'm not sure who found me or how they found me, but they found me. They liked my work, and I created a quick video. And the video went, it was well received by a lot of people. And really what it is, it's just some of the concepts and frameworks. Like one of the things that I never wanted to be was to be the guy that was just like a jock, a dumb jock who's like, do better, motivate, excitement, you know, like, so
Yeah.
I've always leaned towards like, how do I use my brain? How do I make sure that the things that I'm talking about can be solidified, structured, and taught? And so when I approach those things, I say, what is the thing that they need? And he's like, power of positive. I want to be more positive in these crazy moments. And I'm really big, and I think the positivity comes from new perspectives. So in the summit, I try to give a new perspective on where people stand, they're unclear of, and how to reframe failure to be able to see new ideas and new opportunity and have more hope, which creates joy, which creates positivity. So that's what I focused on.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good. I'll have to go back. Is it still on online? Probably.
No idea.
Oh.
Yeah, you're guessing. You get mine, man. I don't know. I know I filmed it. I recorded it, sent it off. It got put up, and then people just keep reaching out like, hey, it was awesome. I'm like, that's awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah.
I think, actually, I saw you on LinkedIn, didn't I? Yeah. I think I first, you don't know. You're like, whatever. I don't know. But
I don't post anything anywhere. My team does, but I'm always the one commenting, engaging, responding to messages. That's always me. So there's no way I would have time to create stuff, then from creation to then post it, from post it to engage. So like I want to serve. They say do what you do best, hire the rest, right?
Oh yeah.
So if I really want to serve the level my heart wants to, I can't do the things that take away the energy from me doing that. Yeah. So I disperse funds. I hire people, say I need you to do these things. I'll focus on creating ideas, sit there and film with you, but I can't edit, I can't structure, I can't post it. I need you to do that, and then I'm going to go and engage with the people who love the stuff that I made. So that's how it works.
That's smart.
Oh, so Melody says the summit was fantastic. That became part of our work from home agenda. Beautiful. I like it. I like it, Melody. Awesome to hear.
Awesome. And by the way, it's if anyone has any questions for Anthony, go ahead and
pop them in. I got 5 minutes.
You got
5 minutes. Then I got to head off. I got a coaching call with my clients. We're doing
cool.
A webinar.
Good. So yeah, if anyone has any questions, shoot them in there. And so before we end, so what my podcast, what I do a lot of times, it's geared towards entrepreneurs and newbie entrepreneurs who are just trying to get started. But a lot of them are just kind of fearful of getting started. Mm-hmm. What do you think is the thing that usually will hold entrepreneurs back from getting started? Well,
you mentioned earlier, one's the imposter syndrome. Am I the person for this? And then two, it's the judgments of if this goes out and I put all my effort into it, what if it doesn't work? And the truth is like a lot of my work is centered around that specific person. It's the person, even if you're successful, there's new levels you want to go to that are difficult. So for me, it's a matter of like, I clear the way, because what happens is kind of like standing on one side of a river, like rushing river, everything's crazy. You know, if you dive in, you get swept away and killed. I'm on one bank of the river and the other person on the other side of the river. And like, they're like, I don't know how to get over there. I want to get there. I want to have success, but this rushing river is scary. It's fearful. I don't want to step in. I might get swept away and go crazy. Right. So for them, they don't cross the river. And then what I do is I kind of take them and pull them back and I turn them and I say, hey, look, there's a bridge. Here's how you cross that river. And so that's the majority of my work. So the work I do is from a standpoint of the internal person, but I can only work through, making that transformation through actions that we take. We got to take action and suffering. So what I do is I pair the necessity for actions with actions that will build a business. So it's strategic actions as well as strategy within the actions, if that makes sense. So it's always simultaneous. So when I look at that person, I work with them like, hey, here's where we're going to do these things. You're going to get scared at a certain point. I'm going to help show you how to navigate that. But the cool thing is the actions you're going to take are going to be the ones that teach you how to get clear on a message, how to be able to, build out a coaching program if you want to, or how to speak, or one that teach you how to be able to level yourself up and focus on your mentality. Or it's going to be how I generate leads, how to build a funnel, how to get a coaching client in, how to hold a sales conversation. Little nuances that I need you to be able to do to be able to have that shift in identity. And so it's kind of cool when I work with people. That's the exact thing we look at is the imposter syndrome and like, what do I do? Yeah. So I strip all the guesswork away and I give you, here is step one. Okay, here is step two. And you just do that thing and then you build up from there. It's pretty simple.
Take action.
Kim Dickow says this nutrition. My phone's plugged in. And I got to get off in a minute. Success nutrition facts. There they are. So it's here we go. It is focus, hustle, discipline, persistence, prayers. Got to pray. Patience, millionaire daily value to success. Those are them. 24 hours a day, 365 days a week. That's how it works.
Love it. All right, man. Hey, where can we find you?
Here, Instagram at Anthony
Instagram.
Trucks, or go to anthonytrucks.com.
Okay.
If you want to figure out whether you have a Slower Go identity, go to slowergo.co or hit the link in my bio.
All right. Thank you, man.
Cool. All right, everybody. Take care. God
All
bless.
Right. Bye.